Hey, hello, and welcome back. I'm back again. And if you remember, this is part 2 of the series. And the reason I look like crap is because there's a lot of sunlight coming in, and I have like zero makeup. This is my just bare face. I had lunch and I have plans to go out because I have to buy gifts for a couple of people. And then this is it. I just thought I'll do my usual makeup, which is also my everyday office makeup, and I'll show you how it is. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 of the series, there'll be a link down below in the description box. But just to remind you, this is a 3-part series, and I thought this is going to be something about working women. The first part that I did was the basic 101 of makeup, just to make yourself put together. Now this is part 2, and this is everyday office makeup. Now this can be a very controversial topic as well, because makeup is very different for different people, and you have to understand that it depends also on the industry you are in, the career level you are in, things like that. So let's say if you work in advertisement or something where you can be really creative and all that stuff, it's completely okay if you have very loud dominant makeup. If you work in industry like me, which is IT, and I work with a lot of men mostly with neutral colors and people who really don't want to look at you because you're wearing like a bright red pop-up lipstick. Not that there's anything wrong in wearing it, it's just it's my personal preference that at somewhere in my mid-career level, it has to be, for me, very neutral. I really don't want a lot of attention on me just because of my makeup or what I'm wearing, so that's why it's black. That is what I mostly wear at work. It's either black, gray, blue, mostly neutral colors. So I do not want a lot of attention on me, but also at the same time I want to look put together. I want to look very, very as professional as it can be in a casual way. So I'm just going to show you the everyday thing that I do. Now right now on my face it looks a little bit red because I just have water splashed on it, nothing else. I don't have anything, not even a moisturizer. So the plan is I'm going to do everything in front of you, and I'm sorry if I look really weird, but hey, this is reality. So glasses off. So usually what I'll do is, let me have a little bit of water. I've shown most of the products last time, so this is the chia seed serum, and it's almost over, so I have to make sure it comes out. So this is weird because I've never done like a makeup thing, but yeah, don't get scared if it looks more red because I'm sitting in a lot of sunlight. And the reason you hear a lot of noise of cars honking and all that is because I'm sitting right next to the window. I just use natural lighting. The only lighting that I bought from Amazon came not in proper shape. This is the Clinique moisturizer that I showed, so a small pump of that. The good thing about it is it doesn't make your skin glossy. I really don't want to go to office like a disco ball. I really, like I said, don't want a lot of attention because of my makeup or how I look. Serum, moisturizer done. Literally takes me like 5 minutes to do, but then because I'm doing it, never done it in recorded myself. It's the sunscreen. If you can see, has a little bit of tint to it, but it does not have any like coverage or anything. The last thing I want for people to look at me and see like, oh my god, she spent like 1 hour putting on makeup. So it's just very, very normal skin. But if you can notice, it looks a little more, I don't know, not like straight out of bed. So my basics are done. So this is my Maybelline under eye concealer. This is the only thing that I use. Don't mind this little bit of puffiness in my eyes. I do have a little bit of, I don't know what it's called, like a boil on my face. So initially I was thinking maybe I won't do. So this is good because you can just, can you see, you can just twist it and this comes out. This is like a sponge and you just can rub it off your face. Now I'm going to be a little fancy. You don't need to be. I do have a beauty blender that I got from Nike. I don't have the box, but anyways, I like it because you can get inside the eyes as much, but you don't need all this stuff. I mean, I'll show you this side with the beauty blender. can't see myself because I'm sitting beside the window sill and trying to do makeup with no mirrors. I mean, I'm just seeing on the screen. I'm recording on my iPad. So if you see, I used my right hand side to use a beauty blender, and this is just my fingers, and this works equally well. So you don't need a beauty blender or a brush or any fancy stuff. This just works fine. Just moisturize your face because you need things to glide. If it doesn't glide, it will be like some of it will stay and it will look like not very even or gunky. But if you want, this is a good thing. I don't use any foundation or BB cream or anything, so this is my makeup done. So the only way I will ramp it up is where is it? So I'll show you. So again, this is not what I do on a regular basis. Oh my god, that's why people cover the mirrors. Okay, so can you see, this is not a shimmery, this is a Lancome, what is it, blush subtle shimmer mocha Havana powder blush. Anyways, this is just a normal brush. If you don't have a brush, fingers fine. Now I don't use a blush on a regular basis, but if you can see, it's not like pink or anything, and it doesn't have like a lot of shimmer. The glitter is from my mirror. So yeah, I don't use it on a regular basis, but then sometimes if I want to, I'll do. This is like a Body Shop, what is it, bronze shade warm glow. It really doesn't work as a bronzer for me. I use it more like a highlighter, but I like it, and I'll just use the brush once on it, the same brush. I don't know if you can see, but can you see the difference? Like, it gives you a little bit of glow, but it's not like same thing, disco ball glow. Again, these two products I don't use on a regular basis. It honestly depends on my mood. Like if I'm feeling fancy or I have some time, I'll do. Otherwise, I don't do. So the only thing that I use on a regular basis, I'm sorry, I'm moving around. I'm trying to get to a point where you can see me comfortably. Oh my god. Okay, I'm almost standing on my chair. Is this is a Lancome Iconic Kajal pencil in black, and never done this, so this is weird. I don't even know if I can do it. Okay, this part is a little swollen, so I'm going to not like make it like. So this Friday when I went to work, I didn't want to put makeup on this boil thing that is inside the eye, so I just wore glasses and I went the one that I was wearing. I don't have power, but I have like minus 0.25 that I had since I was in class 9 or 10, and at that point I really wanted to look geeky and nerdy. I love glasses and people who wear glasses, so I thought like, yeah, I'm going to wear it too. So just a normal kajal liner. I don't do anything on top of it, but I'll show you what I'll do. This is a color bar pencil. Can you see? You can buy it in this or different versions. So my eyebrows have pretty much vanished, so there's a story behind it. I used to have like very bushy eyebrows to the extent that I had to get them threaded like if not every week, like every 2 weeks, or I had to pluck at home. Now what has happened is after I had my kid, my eyebrows, I don't know why it vanished. Like, are you the kind of person who also have these issues? I don't know if you're like a mom or have kids. Let me know. This is like a weirdest thing, because I used to be so bushy, and now they're like, it helps. Now it's like the other way around. I have to like tame my brows to make them look like full. So this is just the pencil side of it, and again I'm coming here over and over again because this is reality. My pencils aren't as sharpened as they should be. Okay, so I don't know how weird it's looking, and even if I'm doing it correctly, I've never done this. The idea is again to keep it as natural as possible. So I'll give you a hack here. If you don't have a fancy pencil, don't need one. I use this all the time. This is just Maybelline Nudes eyeshadow. I like this palette because the darker colors, I use it as an eyebrow shade as well. You just need like an angular brush, and then I think this is the best way to use. If you need to touch up your eyebrows, this works good. You have shimmer, which you can use as highlighters. Obviously you have eyeshadow, so anything you want, one palette does the trick. So when I travel, I don't carry like so many stuff. I'll just carry that. My eyes are mostly done now. Again, this is mostly my regular. Let me put on actually. Sorry, one second. Okay, just it's just a Nivea lip balm, which is almost like gone, so I have to scrape it off with my hands. L'Oreal Dazzle. There's sun, so you can see it glimmer, but this is the real color. Okay, can you see? Okay. I do use a lipstick, but I use it more like a I'll use it more like a tint, and whatever is left becomes my eyeshadow. I'm not a dark lipstick kind of girl. I mean, I never wear it, whether it's office or outside, but in office I try to keep it as nude as possible, which is why all my lipsticks pretty much look the same. It's either pink, or it's like brown, or it's like mauve. But the only two lipsticks that I have, I do have a red, like a reddish red, and I do have a mauve, but I use both of them more like tints. So I'll just put it here and then I'll rub it off. If it still looks very, very dark, the best way to take it off and make it like a matte tint is to use what do you call it, earbud, and then you just scrape it off, and it looks like you had a lipstick like 2 days ago kind of scenario. It still has a tint, but it doesn't have like a lot of shimmer and glow to it. I think these days you also get a lot of like lip tints and tint oils and all that. They're very expensive. You don't need that. Just put coconut oil and then put a lipstick and then take it off. The best lip tint ever. What else is left? Okay, I think I'm mostly done. The only thing I'll do, this eye looks smaller than this eye because this part is like entirely swollen. Again, I don't want to look like so people like you turn around and see like, oh my god, she has a lot of makeup on. You have to move around. Never done this on iPad. This comes out bad. I swear you have to redo the video again. I didn't even talk in no makeup either. So the reason I'm not doing from this corner of the eye is because I don't want it to look very black and very done. So I just want so basically I just want a light line over from the middle to the end. So it looks a little full, but people won't notice as much that you're wearing a liner. Oh god. I actually do this pretty fast when I do by myself in front of the mirror, but this is another ball game. I almost give up. I'm going to do it somewhere and come back. Okay. I don't style my hair. I just make sure it's shampooed. and I'll just brush it. I know it doesn't look perfect. Sometimes I'll have like crazy pieces here and then. I'm fine with that. I'm really not going to like a, you know, couture show or anything, so this works fine for me. So I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to adjust. So this is it. I don't use anything. I just use, I want it to look like very, very normal. So I don't have any BB cream, CC cream, foundation. I've just used the under eye concealer, which I already showed. This one I have used basic moisturizer and sunscreen. This one is a little bit tinted, does not give you any coverage. So if I have like under eye freckles or whatever, I have a lot of imperfections on my skin, it will show. So I'm not trying to hide anything. It is what it is. And just a little bit of lip balm. The only thing I will always do is put like a little bit of kajal under my eye. I somehow think that like brightens up and pops your eye up a little bit, because I don't use anything else, and I wear like very neutral, very monotone kind of clothes as well. That is the only thing that has a little bit of darkness or catchy thing in it. Don't know what it's called, but that's about it. So this is it. And then I'll use like a, this is not literally makeup, but I'll use a little bit of spritz of whatever perfume you have at home. You can use a deo spray, whatever you want. And I'll just wear a watch, and that's it, and I'm done. So yep, let me know. I mean, I know it's not very fancy, but like I said, it's very, very basic, and this is what I do on a regular basis. Again, I don't use probably the shimmer and the blush as well. So again, I don't want it to look like I have put on blush and shimmer, so I don't use like too much of the product. I tap it very, very lightly, so it will give you that clean look, but it will definitely not like shine on you. So it won't be like one strip that you can see. So if you take a picture, you can find that crescent moon shape on your cheek or anything. There are no red marks, nothing. It's just turn the skin as even as you naturally can. Keep things very, very natural, and then that's about it. So don't know if this is what you like, let me know. And if you, I mean, I'm not a makeup expert, but then of course it can be notched up a bit if you want to, if you're going to like after work parties or dinners or anything. So definitely it can be done. So this is a brief video, and I think this is the end of part 2. Part 3 is going to be about accessories, which is wonderful. I love them, because you can just wear the most basic of makeup and clothes, but if you have the right accessories, you can, you know, make yourself worth $1 million. So that's about it. And thank you very much. If you have watched so far, let me know what you think. And yep, if you are already subscribed, thank you very much. If you're not, if you subscribe, it would really mean a lot to me. I kind of feel embarrassed telling that, like, subscribe to my channel. It's mostly like self-promotion, don't know, but thank you very much for joining in today, and I'll see you next time with part 3. Thanks, bye bye.